It's finally spring or something like that, so we are getting a start on our garden.
Both day it felt like summertime because summertime is hot.
We decided to buy starts this year instead of germinating our own seeds. One of the reasons is that the weather has not been great and we don't have any room to germinate anything. So we got some starts from some farmer friends from whom we bought a lot of produce at the market last year. Great produce, great people, and we planted 3 beds. Most of the things that we planted are cold hardy, so we planted a lot of lettuce and a lot of kale and
Lots of plants.
Little Buddy helped. So far it's been a little chilly. We had one warm day and otherwise kind of cold. The high yesterday was maybe 43, rain, cold. So we planted things outside that we knew would survive.
Yes, and we're going to let them grow big and strong and eat them.
That's exactly what we're going to do. They're going to grow big and strong and then we're going to eat them. But we had some tomatoes. We bought some really nice tomato starts that we wanted to put in the greenhouse, but we still haven't cleaned it up after the chickens were in there, so we built a low tunnel instead. We built a low tunnel today. It was a lot easier than I thought it would be. We took some 1/2-inch metal conduit, the EMT conduit, and bent it. So got some nice hoops, and I actually planted the garden right this year. I put the irrigation system in first and then planted the tomatoes. I planted in a much more organized fashion. I put the big bush tomatoes next to smaller tomatoes so it won't look like the overgrown jungle that was last year. And also we'll actually be out here tending it. Last year we were moving and we just kind of let it do what it did. Didn't work out that well. So we're getting some nice gardening film for it. This is left over from last year. It's probably the dirtiest low tunnel in the whole inland Northwest, but we'll make it look nice. And the good news is we were able to use almost entirely things we already had. We had to buy the EMT conduit, but we already had these very stylish utilitarian step-in posts that we're using temporarily to hold it down. And we did, of course, buy the tomatoes. They actually look really great. Look forward to showing them to you when they're bearing fruit.
Yeah, but don't forget about this thing, how to water something.
That's exactly right. Little Buddy is going to be watering the lettuce and kale while I'm out of town this week. This is actually one of his favorite things to do, and he also likes to eat them, so it all works out well. So we did one other thing. Last year, we had a lot of grass growing around the garden, and maybe in an act of laziness, I just put some spare wood over it, which did a really good job killing the grass. So when I was moving the wood today, I found a few things. One, no grass, which is great. Also found a lot of worms, and I realized this would be the perfect time to put in a walkway. We happen to have a massive pile of slate that the previous owners so kindly left here when they moved. I wouldn't have anything to do with it, so I made a little slate walkway. Obviously not fancy. If anyone has advice on how to make a slate walkway, please send it my way. I did not even Google it first. I just went for the slate and put it down wherever it went. A good exercise for someone who's good at puzzles. Little Butterbean, what do you think of the walkway?
But why did you make it?
I made it so that the grass won't grow between the beds because I don't like weed eating.
You don't, so that's why you put the walkway for trail?
That's exactly right.